Hello and welcome back to another First Impressions video brought to you by MMO Play. Today we're taking a look at a free-to-play browser-based game. Got some sandbox, building, exploration. Feels a little bit like if Minecraft were available as a browser and an MMO instead of, single-player or server-based. So first thing I'm going to do is going to start by making a character. You can start by customizing your hair, your getup. Going to go with obviously a dark blue jacket, a white t-shirt, some blue jeans, and some boots. So, basically looking like every single high school student. There we go. Now, you do right-click to move, even though it's a browser, so there's a little extra functionality. And you come over here, you can mine. Anything you see a pickaxe symbol, it means it's a gathering spot. You can eventually gather out all of the node, but fortunately in the starting area, these nodes seem to last pretty much forever. So you can just sit here and keep gathering. You can see in the little chat window towards the bottom left, it's saying how much wood and rock I'm gathering. Also towards the top, you can see how much resources I'm carrying. As you will use your skills like gathering, you will gain experience in them. You can level them up. Basically, you have three different stats. One, you can gather faster or gather more. One, you reduce how much you gather from the node. In other words, the node lasts longer. And the last, you crit. So you pick one of those. For your character, you have different stats you can go with. You want to build a mage-style character, a range-style character, or a melee-style character. That's the basics for those three, or for the stats. You can also do an advanced mode that lets you level up individual stats based on what you want. I was going for the caster-style classes, although I didn't get any skills to let me do that. You do see there's a skill bar towards the bottom. As you play, you can unlock skills and eventually get more stats. But other than that, the skill system, you just keep on using skills to level up. As you gain experience, you'll level those up. And when you gain a level, you can go ahead and just say, alright, I want to gather more, and I want to kill the node less often. There we go. So now I will gather more resources when I gather, and my nodes will last longer. I don't wear them out so much. That is the gathering aspect. You do have to gather materials. There are currently 5 materials in the game. You have those 2 right there that seem to be limitless in the starting area. This game is currently in open beta, so it's not necessarily reflective of the final product. Now, for combat. Combat is very simplistic. Right-click on a guy and attack. But you need a weapon equipped. You can see I don't have a weapon. Also, monsters do seem to aggro if you get near them, and they will not de-aggro very easily. And they can hurt. I'm not wearing any armor. I'm just wearing my street clothes. So, I had better go and figure out how to equip a weapon. Yeah, this backpack over here on the right does have all your equipment. You do have some starting gear. You basically can pick between all the different items. I will say that it does seem, since there's no ammunition and I didn't see a durability, that at this point the shotgun is the best bet. You just saw me clicking on a guide that said no PvP in the starting zone, so you know what that means. If we're not in the starting zone, PvP. Game is in an open beta. There was a little bit of lag issues going on, so there's a little bit of rubber banding. But here we go. I don't have any points in my strength, so my sword skills are pretty weak. There's a level 1 wolf here. I'm just going to stabby him. Even when you're attacking a guy, your character does follow your mouse cursor. So you can see as I move my mouse around, it does change my positioning. It doesn't seem to affect combat at all, so you will seem to still swing. Every weapon has its own stats. You'll have damage, you'll have reset. You might have a variance on the damage. Reset is how long it takes to swing again. It did seem that for me, the shotgun was the best weapon. And as you kill a monster, you gain a level. You get experience. I can use that experience and levels to go ahead and upgrade my combat skills. I'm going to go with the more magic-oriented skills because I prefer playing mages and MMOs. So, there we go. If you want to see the advanced look, you can level up specific stats. So instead of each one of those has their own group of stats, you can put some one at each point, or one on each type of skill you would want. Beyond gathering and fighting, there's also building. And another one of the menus on the right is you're going to be your building supplies. So each one will have a certain requirement for stats. In this case, it requires wood and stone, which I got from the starting area. And it does take a time. You can see it's 200 seconds, 200 units to build. So it takes time. You're going to sit here for a while. So, it's a browser-based game. Just go and do some browsing while you're waiting. Take a couple of minutes. After your time is up, I will have constructed my tower. There's my finished tower. It does attack enemies nearby. So if I were to put down something like a farm, and someone came to mess with my farm, the tower would defend it for me. And since the farm cannot be farmed until I have a mill, you put up the mill next. So you just keep putting up these buildings. You can create your own little small villages. And again, as you use your building skills, you will unlock levels for them, which lets you customize. Do I want to build faster, build better? How do you want to do it? There are basically 3 choices there, just like everything else. They all have their own levels and different skills you can level up. You also have 8 different buildings you can start with the beginning. You got the walls. You can create a teleporter, which is pretty darn expensive. You can create a shrine that lets you spawn back at that spot, so if you were to die, you can spawn back here. You do have to build at least 200 units away from the starting city, so you're going to do a little exploring. Probably gain some levels so you can survive the packs of angry wolves. In addition to building your buildings and all this, you can also upgrade your buildings. Upgrade costs are quite spendy, so you click on that, you can see what it costs to upgrade. I need some corn, so I'm going to have to do some farming. Alright, it's a look at Ensemble. Thanks for watching. Check it out. It's currently in open beta.